5 days. We saw Durvasa Muni going to Swarga, and on his way, he got a nice, beautiful and scented mala from an apsara. And Durvasa Muni gave the mala as a present to Indra. And Indra, just by a sleight of hand, took the mala and threw it on the elephant's tusk, his elephant, Airavata. And the elephant got irritated because of the bees and flies and insects coming around the mala. And the elephant took out the mala with his trunk and put it under his feet and crushed it. And that really incensed Durvasa Muni. And he gave Indra a sharp. And that sharp was, Indra and all the devatas of Swarga, where they live, they will all become old and get diseased and get weak, and all the debilities which we face here on the earth, Durvasa gave that sharp that Indra and all the devatas will suffer the same debilities. Well, that immediately brings the story from the Swarga realm to our realm, isn't it? Because we also face all of these debilities. So naturally, the devatas became diseased and weak and old and all the other things, and they became now the target of the asuras. The asuras are the other guys, the opposition guys, you know. They became the target. So now what happened? These asuras attacked these devatas and killed so many of them, and the rest of them ran helter-skelter looking for refuge here and there. And after some time, these devatas, they regrouped and they went to Brahmaji. Brahmaji said, let's go to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva said, okay, let's all go now to Lord Bhagwan Mahavishnu. So they all went to Bhagwan Mahavishnu and they did a nice stuti. And Bhagwan Mahavishnu told, okay, now you listen to me carefully. You need to go and make friends with all the asuras. Oh devatas, go and make friends with all the asuras. In order to bring about any good result in this world, you have to join forces with the other side to bring about good results. And by yourself, you will not be able to do it. And I told you that symbolizes the two-stroke binary universe in which we live. You cannot have an atom just with positive charge alone. You have to have both negative and positive. The universe is like that. And if anything is going to happen, if any good thing is going to happen in the world, if all the processes are going to transpire in this world, we need to have the involvement of both the sides. Otherwise, the earth could have split in two and go and churn. Then you must churn the ocean, and when the nectar comes out from the ocean, you drink that nectar and it will reverse Durvasa's curse. That nectar brings immortality. It means to say the person goes beyond birth and death. Otherwise what? We are all caught in this samsara. In birth and death, Shankaracharya describes that nicely in his Bhaja Govindam. What is this? He says, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam,
Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam,
Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam,
Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam,
Punarapi Janani Jathare Shayanam,
Govindam, Bhaja Muramate,
Iha Samsare Bahu Dustare,
Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam,
Kripaya Pare Pahi Murare,
Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam,
Govindam Bhaja Muramate.
Govindam, Bhaja Muramate.
What a most wonderful text it is. Maybe one year we'll do it here only. Bhaja Govindam. Shankaracharya says, Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Again and again we take birth, again and again we die. And again we take birth, and again we die. Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacha Arjuna. Bhagavan tells Arjuna, many countless births we have had. Countless means literally countless. Because Jiva is anadi, beginningless. So naturally we would have had countless births. And again we come and face the same thing in the samsara. So the solution which Bhagwan Vishnu gives to the devatas is a panacea for samsaric existence that ends the samsaric existence once and for all. Otherwise, we come back to take another round. And you know what is there? People say, Swamiji, why you go on telling about birth and death, birth and death, birth and death? What is the problem with that? Nothing. I am born, I will die, and I will be born again. I am fine. People say like that. You always go on telling like this. But I am not telling it, Shastras are telling. Because when people start suffering, we see when everybody is okay like this, right? And there is no suffering, we say, oh, everything is fine. Then we say, I don't want to come out from this world, I am okay. But when the suffering starts, then we know, oh, Bhagwan. Yeah, I'll give you a real story. Listen to this. You know, the real stories are the best. Once I was living on Ganga Par, on the banks of Ganga. So I was sitting like this in my room. And I was meditating. Pratas marami hridi samspuradatma tattvam. A nice mantra is given there by Shankaracharya. And it brings you inside and you revel in the bliss of self. Then I heard a knock on my door. I jumped. Then I went. So I got up slowly. From that state to jump into another state, I got up slowly and I went and opened that door. Then there was a friend who I had. He was there at the door. So he said, hey, you know how friends talk to friends? Especially when they don't open the door fast. What is the matter with you? Why didn't you open the door? So long you had me standing outside. What is this? I said, hey, bhai, I was in meditation, He said, meditation, you're always meditating. Why are you meditating? I said, because, my dear friend, I don't want to come back in this sansar. I said, that is okay. He said that, when I said I don't want to come back in the samsara, he said, what is wrong with the samsara? I will come back in the samsara. Everything is so nice. Why you don't want to come back here? I said, hey, bhai, it's okay. If you want to come back, you come back. But I don't want to come back. If you want, you come. You want your meditation, I don't know when you will stop. So many nice things going on outside there. We just came from this ghat there. Come and have some bhel puri. Eat something. Meditating. I said, Bhaiya, it is okay. Bhagavan Shri Krishna says in Gita, Yatha ichasi tatha kuru. Means as is your wish, you do. You want to go and eat bhel puri, you go. I want to meditate. Because I don't want to come back. I said, theek hai. He said, okay. So, again, just within 2 weeks, again I was sitting, same thing. I was meditating. And dharam, again he knocked. So I went and opened, real story I'm telling you. I went and opened the door. He came into that room, sobbing and crying and long tears and all. He held on to my hand. And he said, no, he's not calling me friend. He said, oh, Guruji. He held on to my hand and said, oh, Guruji, please teach me how to meditate. I said, what is the matter with you? He said, I don't want to come back in this sansar. I said, what is the matter with you? He said, my girlfriend left me. But you know, we think this is a very funny story of him, but every human being is like that. When catastrophe and disaster and calamity strikes in our life, then we know what this samsara gives. Until that, we don't know what the samsara gives. We think the samsara is everybody thinks the samsara is fine. When disaster strikes, then we will know what the samsara is. And it will strike in everybody's life. Nobody is protected from this. Everybody will have their fair share of sorrow and misery and anguish and pain, disappointments in this samsara. And until we have had enough, we will not turn to look for moksha also. That is the other thing. When the samsara has given us enough beating, then we will start looking for moksha. But that is what the Lord is telling in this story. Churn the milky ocean, which is the consciousness of the mind. Do Atma Vichar. Churning of the milky ocean is Atma Vichar. And the more we do this Atma Vichar, the more we will be able to bring out the Amrit, the deathless core of our own being. Inside, deep down, this Jiva is part and parcel of Ishvara only, and he is deathless. But that we have not found yet. We have not found the deathless core of our own inside. We are existing in the superficial realms of our personality, and we are taken up with the world outside only, and running after the ephemeral things. And so, the ephemeral things are all attended with misery, with sorrow. Just see your life. Anything that you have that gives you joy also gives you equal amount of sorrow or more. In fact, it is more. Think na. So Bhagavan is giving the eternal solution here. See, in this world, I tell you some simple facts about this world. Please listen to that. See the nature of the world. Joys are just momentary flashes, and sorrows seem to come and never leave. Have you noticed that? See joys in the world, right? See Baba sells some nice, delectable, savory doubles. Huh? When that bandanya lands on your tongue, you could do a commercial for television. No, that is enjoyment. We say that is enjoyment. Okay? That is enjoyment. Follow me. That is enjoyment. अच्छा बताइए, tell. कितने doubles खाएंगे? How many doubles you will eat? Tell. Well, I don't know about you, but I just manage with one. After I eat one, the second one is a pain for me to eat. So now, how much of joy is that? How long it takes me to eat a double? Well, maybe about 2 minutes. Right? So I'm telling you, all the joys in the world is like that. Suppose you love jalebi, right? How many jalebis you'll eat? After you eat one of that circle, you know, that one ring thing, enough, isn't it? You don't want to see jalebi again. So how long you take to eat that? Well, you take up 2-3 minutes and we finish it, you know. So people have so many different types of joys in this world, you know. So the joys I'm telling, they don't last for more than a few minutes. You know, some people like to go on a roller coaster. Ha, hoo, like that. And they bawl and scream also. How long that roller coaster ride lasts? You know, the average, you know, Orlando or wherever you go? 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Huh? And that time when you come out also chakkar. You can't get your balance now because that thing was going like this and you also know. And let me tell you, if they offer you a free ride to go second time, you're not going. Because after you come out from there, people find out all what you had for lunch. All that thing. Come back out. Huh? Then they know whether you chew your food or not. No, so I'm telling the joys of the world, they are all like that. 2, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Let us grant 10 minutes. That is joy. Not tell. Sorrow. See the opposite, huh? Now sorrow. Pain, arthritis pain can come in your knee. Arthritis should come in your right wrist, no? Arthritis pain comes in your joint, right? How long it can stay, that pain now? But for the rest of your life, isn't it? That is an amazing thing. The pains come and they seem never to go. And any joy is such in this world that if you enjoy that joy too much, you get sick of the joy also. Because you're enjoying the laddu or the jalebi and all, you're going to eat in 1 laddu, 2 laddu, 3 laddu. How many laddus do you eat? After the 5th laddu, you look like a laddu. How many you will eat? So joys last this much and sorrows? One sorrow, your whole life you're still regretting that thing, isn't it? Welcome to the world. You know, one more thing, let me show you about joy and sorrow. That is why the scriptures talk about getting moksha and coming out from the cycle of birth and death. Listen to one more piece of information, a fact related to joy and sorrow. See here. Suppose you're enjoying anything, right? You're enjoying like anything. And then somebody comes and tells, hey, your mother just died. What happens to your joy? Joys are like balloons. It only takes a little pin. What happened to the balloon? One little boy come and tell his brother. Come and told his brother. The balloon burst. The other fellow said, how bad? The balloon burst. We're talking about how bad. It have bad and good in balloon burst? But the joys are like that. One little pin. And the balloon is gone. When you're enjoying anything in this world, only one little piece of bad news has to come to you. One little piece. And the joy is gone like nothing. Now see the opposite. You suppose somebody in the family died, your closest person died, like your mother died, like I just told, right? And that time, somebody brings your most favorite fruit or sweet or whatever, which you enjoy so much, that will send away the sorrow. It takes only a little pin to send away the joy, but nothing could send away the sorrow. Welcome to Sansar. No matter how many laddus they bring there, or how many anything, when you get that bad news, that cannot send away your sorrow. So when the rishis looked at the world like this, yehi hai sansar. Oh, and I have been going over this how many lifetimes? Over and over. And last time I was telling that, if you beat a donkey one time and you let him go, he never come back for our next beating. But a human being, come back to the samsara again, and he gets a good beating from birth till death. From the womb to the tomb is beating. And then after that, again he comes back for another round. One man went to the animal fair to buy a donkey, to buy some donkeys. So he bought 5 donkeys and he was riding on one of the donkey coming home. Right? In the middle of the road he stopped and he looked back and he counted and he was seeing only 4 donkeys following. But how many he bought? 5. And when he counted behind, he only saw 4. So he scratched his head and everything, and he continued riding. And again, 3/4 the way he stopped and again looked back and counted, and he only saw 4. So what is this? I bought 5. reached now in front of his house and he stopped again and he looked back and he counted. And he counted only 4. Same time his wife came out of the house. What is the matter? He said, well, I bought 5 donkeys, but now I am looking behind and I am counting and I am only getting 4. She said, I am counting and I am getting 6. Now see, I'm telling the donkey story only for one reason. We think he's stupid. But to come back in this sansar, life after life after life, and take beating from birth to death, you think we're smarter than the donkey? No. That is why all the Shastras are talking about this thing called moksha. And the churning of the Milky Ocean is supposed to bring this nectar, supposed to bring moksha, liberation, enlightenment to us. That is the whole symbolism there. Huh? But now, the journey is difficult, the journey is wearisome, the journey is arduous, the journey involves so many impediments and so many types of sorrows, but we have to make sure we keep going. No, good things do not come easily. See, what is that? Easy thing not good and good thing not easy. So the journey is a very, very long and tedious journey, but the one who is brave and valiant, who is valorous and who has a spirit of conquering, that person will reach. Bhagavan, the Upanishad says, Anayam Atma Balahinena Lapyaha. The weak one will never ever reach. But you have to be strong and stand firm and tread the path, whatever, come what may. Come hell or high seas, as they say. So now we'll see, and we saw last night, when the Devatas and Asuras, now they picked up Mount Mandara and they're taking it to churn that Milky Ocean. There the mountain fell down also. And crushed so many of them. And they lost all spirit. But see, if we are sincere seekers, that time the Lord will come to our rescue. Mount Mandara was to be used for the churning. Then they asked Vasuki and they wound him around. And we saw that last night. Vasuki came and Bhagavan held on to the head. Knowing that the Devatas, those fellows who have bad intentions always, whose minds are all the time agitated and confused, they will always make the wrong choice. That is the idea. I want you to follow that. The snake's head is on this side of the mountain and the tail is on this side. Bhagavan quickly ran there and he held the head. Now the Asuras, what is this? What he takes us for? Second-class citizens or what? He takes the head and puts us by the tail. He said, tail is inauspicious. We want the head. Bhagavan said, no problem. Take the head. Bhagavan and all the Devatas, they went to the tail. Little did the Asuras think that when they start churning and Vasuki gets the pressure applied on him, he'll start spewing poison, and this poison will fire also. He started spewing. Started burning all these Asuras. See, when the mind is agitated and the mind has bad intentions and bad inclinations and wrong ideas and all such things, that mind will always make the wrong decision. And the wrong decision will bring what? Sorrow. That is what happened there. So the Devatas chose, the Asuras chose the head. And it brought so much of trouble. Now they started churning Devas and Asuras on all sides. And this is where we left it last night. Now, which number is that? This will be number 6 there. Now see that. Madhyamane nave sodrihi anadharo hyapo vishat dhriyamanopi balibihi gauravat pandunandana Madhyamane arnave. They started churning this ocean now. And then what? So adrihi anadharo hi apaha avishat. The mountain, because of its own weight, Gauravat. Because of its own weight, the mountain now started sinking in the Milky Ocean. It was going down and down and down. Now how you'll churn if the churning rod drowned? The churning rod mountain is gone down below. Then Te sunirvinna manasaha parimlana mukha shriyaha asan swapaurushe nashte Devenati baliyasa. Now, their faces fell. Now, see, on your spiritual path, you will always have setbacks. What do we call as? Setbacks. We'll always have obstacles. We'll always have times when things are not going as we want them to go. So that time, our faces will fall down, we lose courage, we lose hope, we lose so many things. That is what has happened here now. Their faces fled. Mlana mukhashriyaha. Their faces dropped. Parimlana. They sunirvinna manasaha. Dejected. They became despondent. And asan paurushe nashte means all their feeling of capacity. Now we can do this. I remember in the previous verse we had seen with a almost arrogant perseverance, they had taken up this task, and now all that went away. Means deflated. Have you heard that? Deflated, totally despondent. Like Arjuna. See what happened to Arjuna in the battlefield? Despondent, full of grief now, feeling of powerlessness that we'll face over and over again in samsara. No. The Lord saw that. The Lord was looking on at this whole thing. Bhagavan saw that. And see a nice verse now. And this is the verse, very famous verse in Bhagavatam. Very, very famous verse in his Bhagavatam, where the Lord takes Kachapa avatar. Kachapa avatar? What is it? There are 10 main avatars, you know that, no? One avatar is called as Matsya, the fish. One avatar is called as Kurma, the turtle. The third avatar is called as the boar, what is that? Varaha. The fourth avatar is called as Narasimha. The fifth avatar is called as Vamana. The sixth avatar is called as Parashuram. Seventh avatar is called as Rama. The eighth avatar is called as Krishna. The ninth avatar is called as Buddha. And the last avatar is Kalki. वो आने वाला है. He's still to come. Kalki. Right? So this now, is what we are seeing here is Kachapa avatar. It is called as the second avatar. The turtle, tortoise. I don't know what is the difference between a turtle and a tortoise. You have to ask those botanists, or what is not botanists, zoologists. Zoologist people, you'll have to ask turtle and tortoise. All same to me. Both of them pull their head inside, isn't it? That is enough. Their head. Kurmongani vasarvashaha. Bhagavan Shri Krishna describes in Bhagavad Gita. Who is able to pull all his limbs inside. And he sits there quietly. And when all the danger goes away, he comes out again. That's called as Kurma. So here now, in this verse, this will be now, I don't know what number, 8. Vilokya vignesha vidhim tadeshwaraha. Chanda to alag hai. Mita is different. Duranta viryo vitatha bhisandhihi. Kritva vapukachapamudbhutam mahat. The meter a little bit longer, so everybody get. In our batch when we were studying in Mumbai, when we were students in ashram, there used to be one French fellow, French man. He had come to study there with us also. And, you know, French accent, he used to say, he confused. The meter only changed a little bit. You know. What happened? Yeah, confused. Okay. Kritva vapukachhapamadbhutam mahat pravishyato yam girimujjahara. I tell you, have you seen in life? Sometimes you're trying to do something, and you think it's not getting done. I mean, you can't accomplish that thing. And then when you leave it alone, it gets done by itself. Have you seen that? You think it just gets done by itself. Means just simply it happened. Simply it happened. Here, the devatas are doing and pulling and simply Bhagavan just took avatar, and there's no big fanfare, like in all the other avatars and all, the place became silent and the breeze blew cool, and all the stars got in the right place and this and nothing here. It just simply the Lord took avatar. That Kachapa. Kachapa is the same as Kurma. Kurma and Kachapa, they mean turtle. Tortoise or whatever it is, not that creature. The Lord took this avatar, Kritva vapukachapam adbhutam mahat. Adbhuta is of great splendor, amazing, that which was some 100 yojanas, means 100 yojanas, like from here to Jamaica. That size, and went under the ocean. And Praveshyatoyam, entered that water, and Girim Ujjahara, that Giri, one mountain, he lifted that mountain. Vilokya Vignesha Vidim Tadeshwaraha. Duranta, that Lord, whose power is limitless, can do anything. There are people who say, what type of things you Hindus teach, man? The Lord take the form of a turtle? So then we ask the question, so you feel that there are certain things which the Lord cannot do? What, there are certain things which Bhagavan cannot do, or what? But if you believe in a Lord that cannot do certain things, then something wrong with that Lord. Isn't it? If there is anything outside his capacity, outside his capability, then something wrong with him. Correct or not? And if he can take avatar once, he can take twice, and 3 times, and 4 times. Because the Lord is called a Sarva Shaktiman. Sarva Shaktiman mane omnipotent. Omnipotent means there is nothing which he cannot do. Please understand this very simple thing. Eh? One devotee was telling Ramakrishna Paramahamsa one day, he said, Baba, see, look how Bhagavan himself finds himself bound by his own laws, and he cannot act outside those laws. So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa said, what do you mean by that? He said, look at this hibiscus tree. There was a tree, hibiscus plant there. Bhagavan made it to give red hibiscus. So now the Lord himself is bound by it. That thing has to keep on giving red hibiscus as long as it lives. It cannot give yellow hibiscus. So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa said, who told you that? If Bhagavan wants that tree to give yellow hibiscus, it can very well give yellow hibiscus. And do you know, the next morning, you read Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's gospel, you will see. The very next morning, on the same branch of the same tree, had a red and a yellow. This is Bhagavan Mahima. This is his prerogative. If he wants, he can do. Wait, who are you to say Bhagavan cannot do this? So you're greater than Bhagavan then? He cannot do this or he cannot do that. If he wants to take the form of a turtle, he can very well do it, yes. Take the form. Why? He cannot do. And he can very well have all the intelligence also like a human being, or better, as a turtle, which he did. You are restricted to a small, minuscule, infinitesimal part of the manifested universe, and you think that the laws that operate in your little unicellular universe, you think that is all that operates? No. There's a universe which is infinite, which you are not seeing yet. So the Lord took his power is, that's what Duranta viryaha. His power is limitless. That is one thing. Second thing, avitatha abhisandhi. Avitatha abhisandhi means whatever the Lord wills and dictates and says, that thing must come to pass. Nobody will. But Sugriva went and complained to Bhagavan Sri Ram. Prabhu, my brother Bali, that fellow, terrible guy, bad fellow. All my life he wanted to kill me. Bhagavan said, really? What else he did? Well, he did many wrong things. Bhagavan said, oh, then I shall kill him. Now when Sugriva discovered that the Lord could kill Bali, Sugriva had a change of mind. Prabhu, no. Please don't kill him. Leave him. I don't want you to kill him anymore. Bhagavan said, my dear Sugriva, I already said that I will kill him. And this Raghukula, we will give our life, but we will not give our, means we will not go back on our words. I already said I'll kill him. So now, whether you like it or not, I am going to kill him. Whatever the Lord says, He will not go back. Human beings will go back very fast, We go back very fast on our words. But Bhagavan will not. That is why the verse is given, Raghukula riti sada chali ai prana jai baru bachane na jai. That verse is given so that we will take the hint. And in our life also, when we give our word, we'll do this. Do it. So now, the Lord has this quality. Whatever He said, He told, I will help you. He had told now before we saw. And churn the ocean, and the nectar will come out, and I will help you. Don't worry. So now, the Lord has come there as Kachapa avatar to lift that mountain, and He lifted it. Tatha surana vishada surena rupena tesham balaviryamirayan Uddipayan devaganamscha Vishnuhu Daivena nagendram abodha rupaha. What nice verses and all. Yeah, I'm sorry, in this type of yajnas, right, we only have 7 days and we have to skim over all of these verses and just go shh. But the verses and all have such nice words and all. Is it? Tatha suranam avishad asure. The Lord, Rupena, with 2 forms He took. He took 2 forms. One form of Vishnu on the Deva's side now, and one form of Vishnu on the Asura's side. Both sides. Now that speaks of the Lord's unbiased nature or not. He is going to help churn on both sides. You know what it means? It means to say, even though in this world you see positive and negative, right? It is the Lord who is supporting both. The Lord supports this entire universe of both positive and negative. He took 2 forms. So now, how many forms are there now? 3 forms. And you'll see one more coming up just now. So now 3 forms. What? One is the turtle holding up the mountain. Then one form of Lord Vishnu on this side, Deva's side. Another form of Lord Vishnu on Asuras. That is 3 sides. And see now, the Lord takes all forms of avatars. Yeah? The 10 main avatars we name, but He takes countless forms, countless avatars. Then Nagendram abodha rupaha. He took the form of anesthesia in the body of Vasuki, because Vasuki was complaining and spewing fire and poison, and he was suffering. Vasuki is the snake they're using as the rope. And He took the form of anesthesia in Vasuki. Vasuki felt no pain thereafter. See what capabilities the Lord has. Abodha Rupa. Abodha Rupa means the Vasuki could be aware of what is going on, but he will not feel anything. That's what anesthesia do, na? Or does? The anesthetics or anesthesia which we take. You see them cutting your arm or whatever, but you don't feel anything. So 4 forms simultaneously. Nirmatyamana dudhare bhud visham. Nirmatyamana dudhare bhud visham. Mahol banam hala hala hwagmagrataha. Sambrantaminon makara hikatchapat. You all have the same paper, everybody? Timid vipagraha timingala kulat. All right. I know the compounds are very long actually. You're doing very well given that, yeah? Because it's Sanskrit. Usually you don't have Sanskrit in yajnas. So you're doing very well. Okay. Now, Bhagavan, see what has happened? Bhagavan is a turtle holding up the mountain here, and Vasuki is the snake on that mountain. Devas and Nasuras, and Bhagavan has 2 forms on 2 sides, and they went on churning vigorously now. Tremendous force and power. Oh, relentlessly they went churning this ocean. And then Ved Vyasji or Shukadevji describes to Parikshit Maharaj, oh, now from that ocean all sorts of creatures started coming out. Whales and creatures bigger than whales also. Timi is whale. And Timilinga. Timilinga is even bigger whale. Bigger than whale. All sorts of meena, fish. And graha, alligators and crocodiles. All sorts of things started coming out. And then finally, Nirmatyamana dudarehe adbhut visham. Mahol banam. Oh, that terrible poison came out now. Poison came out from the ocean. Yeah? Hala hayamagrataha. Sometimes called as halahal. Sometimes called as kalakut. That poison. And here, hala. That poison is given different names. Poison emerged. And emerged not merely in some vessel or something. It started coming out and fumes started spreading everywhere. It is described in the verse. Tadugravegam dishidish yuparyatho. Visarpadut sarpadu sahyamaprati. Bhita praja dudruvaranga seshwara. Arakshamana sharanam sadashivam. They started running helter-skelter now because this poison started spreading everywhere like fumes. We live near Point Lisa. Sometimes that ammonia from that Point Lisa's plant reaches all where we are. That you know how they had this gas leak in Bhopal? And how many thousands of people died? This poison now started spewing out of this ocean. Now the idea is, when we engage ourselves in spirituality and we start doing all japa and meditation, chanting of the names, stuti, puja, this, that time all sorts of evil, poisonous, wicked, diabolical, sinister thoughts, they only come. That is the meaning of poison coming out. They will come, but you have to keep doing, we have to do something to make sure that they do not deter us from our purpose and resolve. We have to do something that time. No, what they did? They did a most wonderful thing. Arakshamana Sharanam Sada Shiva. They all ran and they took refuge in Lord Shiva. All the devatas. And you see, when all these type of things come to block us from the path, the best thing is to take refuge in the Lord. Now see this most wonderful bhajan. They went and they propitiated Lord Shiva, chanting, singing to him. And Lord Shiva also emerged. They chanted. Shankara, Shankara, Shankara.
Shankara, Shankara, Shankara.
Shankara, Shankara, Shankara. Shankara Parameshwara. Shankara, Shankara, Shankara. Shankara Abhayankara. Shankara Abhayankara. सब गाइए. पाहि मां कृपाकरा. पाहि मां कृपाकरा. Bhajan means, oh Lord Shiva, you are the one who removes the fears. Please save us. Save me. Shankara, Shankara, Shankara. Pahi mam kripakara. Pahi mam parameshwara. Pahi mam parameshwara. Pahi mam jagadishwara. Shankara, Shankara, Shankara. 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 Pashupati Shiva Shankara. Pashupati Shiva Shankara. Shankara, Shankara, Shankara. Shankara, Shankara, Shankara. Dinanath Shiva Shankara. Shankara, Shankara, Shankara. Pashupati Shiva Shankara. Shankara, Shankara, Shankara. Dinanath Shiva Shankara. Bam bam bole Shankara. Umapati Shiva Shankara. Kashinath Shiva Shankara. Damaru Bajawat Shankara. Shankara, Shankara, Shankara. Kailasavasi Shankara. Shankara, Shankara, Shankara. Bhasma Vibhushita Shankara. Neelakanta Shiva Shankara. Shankara, Shankara, Shankara. Gaurinath Shiva Shankara. Bholenath Shiva Shankara. Ashutosh Shiva Shankara. Shankara, Shankara, 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 Shankara. devatas rushed towards Bhagwan Shiva and they propitiated him with great stuti given in Sanskrit here, and we were just singing in Hindi also. Calling out to that Lord. Devade. See, now this will have to take a jump there. Down. Shri Prajapatya Uvacha Uchuhu plural. Seeing it? Devadeva Mahadeva Bhutatman Bhuta Bhavana Trahina Sharana Pannan Trailokya Dahana Dvishat. Oh Lord, please save us. Save us, Prabhu. Trahi. Trahinaha. Trahinaha means same as Pahi we were singing just now. Trahi and Pahi means same thing. Trahinaha and here plural. Save us from what? Trailokya Dahana Dvishat. This poison which has come out and is now threatening to drown the three worlds with death only. Please save us. Deva Deva Mahadeva, Lord of Lords. Tvameka Sarva Jagataha Ishvaro Bandha Mokshayoho Tam Tvamarchanti Kushalaha Prapannarti Haram Gurum. Many wonderful things they used to address Lord Shiva. What is that? Prabhu, you are Prapannarti Haram Gurum. You are the Guru who saves the individual who is suffering in this samsara and who has come and taken refuge in you. That is the meaning of that small phrase. In Sanskrit, such a small thing. But in English, to explain it is so much. Prapannarti Haram. You know, I will tell you the meaning of all the individual words. You'll see how nice Sanskrit is. Prapanna. Prapanna means those who have taken refuge in you. Prapanna means to take refuge. Prapadyate. Pra plus pad in Sanskrit. Then Arti. Arti means this Arti which we do, you know. Why we do Arti? People ask many questions about all of these things. I know there's hardly explanation. The literal meaning of the word Arti in Sanskrit is suffering. Suffering. Arti means suffering. And one who suffers is called as Artaha. In 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan explains. One who is suffering is called as Artaha. And the Arti which we are doing is suffering. It means suffering. That means we are doing the Arti so that Bhagavan will remove our suffering. Because that is not our only problem, you know. In this world we have no other problem. What other problem we have? Only suffering. Suppose disease had no suffering. Suppose disease had no suffering. No, anybody would have mind? No. Why? If disease had no suffering, what you will mind? So the Arti we are doing so that the Lord will remove our suffering. And how will He remove our suffering? He will remove our suffering by giving us Atma Gyan. Because that is the only way to end suffering once and for all. He will give us Atma Gyan, knowledge of the absolute reality. When that Atma Gyan is acquired, all our suffering will end. And that Atma Gyan is symbolized by light. That's why we wave a light in Arti. You see? Some person was asking, what is this chandan we wear also? And bindi. When the person has received that Atma Gyan, then he starts seeing this universe with a different eye. Right now we are seeing this universe with our fleshy eyes. And so, that is why, and see, Bhagavan also is so smart. Look at that. Bhagavan gave us two eyes. That is why we see negative and positive. Isn't it? In this, for us, half of this world is good and half is bad. Have you seen that? When we see something in the store, hey, that thing pretty boy. And another person comes along and he sees that same thing. I say, man, that is the ugliest thing I have ever seen. And the same thing, The same thing in the store. One fellow driving that car down the road, and when you look at that car, the other person says, man, you wouldn't even catch me dead in that car. And when that fellow sees that car, he loves that car so much, isn't it? So our eyes are like that. Some things we like and some things we dislike. That's why we have two eyes like that. They see differently. So now, when the person gets Atma Gyan, they start seeing the world with a different eye. That is called the eye of wisdom. And the chandan which we wear is to remind, or the bindi or whatever we wear in the middle of our forehead, is to remind us that we have to open the third eye and see the world with oneness. Right now we are seeing the world with duality, two-ness, isn't it? We have to see the world with oneness. Means to say, it is one Bhagwan existing in all things. Mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. In Gita he says, I pervade all things. I am wound into all things like a thread into a mala. Or Vasudeva sarvamiti. Again in Gita. The Lord is all this. That's when you see oneness. But in our case, what do we see? These people are my people and these people are not. That is our situation, isn't it? These are my people and these people are not my people. And so, if I am working in the office, when my people come, I help them. When the other people come, I don't help them. Because we are seeing two. Mine and theirs. Bhagwan Shri Ram tells to Lakshmana. He says, this itself is Maya. See? This comes in Aranyakand. Maya. This itself is Maya. What? When I see two, me and mine, and you and? Welcome to Maya. Maya makes us see two. But the bindi there, or the chandan there, reminds us we have to open that eye of wisdom. There is only one bindi, you don't put two. It would be nice if you put one here and one here. You put one. And that is the eye of wisdom, where you see the oneness in the universe. Not me and mine and you and yours. All of us are manifestations of that one reality. So that's a reminder. When I look in the mirror, I must remind myself, oh, this bindi or this chandan, you know, I have to lift myself to a higher state of existence where I see the oneness existing in the universe. That is my goal. So it's a constant reminder. And that's why it's put in front also. So you'll see it all day, anytime you look in the mirror. Or if you could put it behind your head. What is there? You see? So, like these people go on asking all different, what this thing means and what that thing means, why we do this, why we do that. So anyway, here now the devatas, they came and they propitiated the Lord, and they were called as Artaha. And they came there as though doing Arti to the Lord, as it is. So Arti word is there also. Haram, he is the one who removes this affliction, sorrow, trouble, suffering. Arti Haram. And he is called as Guru. Lord Shiva is called as Guru here. Lord Shiva is called as Guru by Tulsidaji in the beginning of Ramayana also. Bhavani Shankarau Vande Shraddha Vishwasa Rupinau Yabhyam Vinana Pashyanti Siddha Swantastamishwaram Vande Bodhamayam Nityam Gurum Shankara Rupinam. Shankar Bhagwan is said to be the Guru himself. So the Devatas here also now see, they also calling Shankar Bhagwan as Guru. Please, Prabhu, you remove our suffering, remove our pain, our misery. This Kalakuta or this halahal, this poison, it will eliminate all of us. And Bhagwan tells a most wonderful thing when he saw them. He tells to Bhavani, oh my dear Bhavani. Now see, this is in that last verse on that page. Asam pranaparipsunam vidheyam bhayam hime etavan hi prabhorarthe artho etavan hi prabhorartho yaddina paripalanam. When Bhagwan Shiva saw how all his devatas were suffering from this poison, now quickly he tells a nice thing, and Bhavani also listens nicely. She's all the time there listening to him. When they went, he was sitting on Mount Kailash like that, meditating. It is described in one of the verses which we left out there. But just to move forward. He said, Bhavani, let me tell you the meaning, and this message is for all of us, and that's why I jump forward. This message is for all of us. Let me tell you what is the true meaning of lordship. Lord Shiva describes the true meaning of lordship in this verse. What is the true meaning of lordship? And I'll show you how this is applicable to all of us also. The true meaning of lordship is Etavan hi prabhoho arthaha. Prabhoho artha means the meaning of lordship. What is the meaning of lordship? Dina paripalanam. And in the previous line, vidheyam abhayam hime. It means to say that lordship means that my duty, if I am the Lord, I only have one duty. If I am the Lord, I have one duty. And that duty is dina paripalanam. Those who need help and those who are less fortunate than me, I should help them. That is the meaning of lordship. Now, that has very far-reaching consequences because the word Prabhu is used in the verse. And let me tell you about that. The word Prabhu is used in the verse, and the meaning of the word Prabhu gives the verse a lot of implications. Prabhu means Lord, first thing. Prabhu also means master. Second thing. Prabhu also means the head. Third thing. Prabhu also means the leader. Or in a village there used to be a village head or a village leader in the old days. The one who led the panchayat or something. He is also called Prabhu in Sanskrit. So how many meanings I am telling you for Prabhu now? Now let me ask you one more thing. All of us who are sitting here, we are leaders in some capacity or in next. Is it true or not? Our elder brother is a leader for his younger brother. He has to be an example for his younger brother. The parents are leaders for the children. The principal in the school is a leader for all the teachers. Like that. In every one of us are leaders in some capacity or the next. I tell you, even a beggar is a leader for another beggar sometimes. No joke. I'll give you a real example. The real examples are the best. In Banaras, where I was staying at one time, in the train station, India is full of so many beggars everywhere. Here also. Right by the traffic light and all you go, you'll see sometimes. No? So anyway, right when you exit the train station in Banaras, you have to show your ticket. It is a very peculiar thing. In India, you not only show your ticket to enter, you have to show your ticket also to exit. You never seen that, huh? To exit also you have to show your ticket. And if you don't have it, you have to pay for it now. Because you could have come from any back door and come into the train, isn't it? So on exit also you have to show your ticket. That's why I keep telling people, when you go to the zoo, buy 2 tickets, one to get in and one to get back out. Anyway, so the beggar used to, and the fellow who is collecting the ticket is called a TC. TC means ticket collector. So the TC is standing right by the door. And right next to the TC, the beggar stands there. It is a very strategic position. Because when people dip into their pockets and all, to find their ticket, when they do like that, or they take out their wallet or something, at the same time they give some money to this beggar. So he found himself in a very strategic position. In fact, it was the most lucrative position in the whole Banaras. Statistically speaking. It means he used to make more money than the rest of the beggars. Now this beggar is a leader among other beggars, you know. He's Prabhu. One day, I came, and this beggar was missing, and there was a young fellow there. So I asked the TC. I said, भिखारी को क्या हो गया? ये नौजवान आदमी है, this young fellow is here. वो बुरे आदमी कहाँ गए? Where this older beggar went? No, there's a young fellow here. You know what that TC told me? The most wonderful thing. अरे भाई, this fellow is his son-in-law. And let me tell you something. How it happened? No, not so. It's more funny than that. Listen to this now. This fellow is his son-in-law, and that beggar, the older beggar, he got his daughter married. And when you're getting your daughter married, you have to give a dowry. And since he's a beggar, he cannot afford to give any dowry, so he gave this position as dowry. You see? So even a beggar is a Prabhu in his own right. So the word Prabhu is used here. That means to say all of us have in some capacity or the next that Prabhutva. That being a leader or some master or something in some capacity. Even if it is a beggar. So now we say, that means to say what is the duty of Prabhu? What is our duty as human beings? Our duty is to help those, the people who are under us. Because if I am the Prabhu, it means there will be people under me. Like if the older brother is the Prabhu, the younger brother is there below him or not. So we have only one duty, and that is to help those people who are under us. All human beings. See the implication of the verse? Lord Shiva is defining the word Prabhu to Parvati ji, Uma. So, now the Lord claims that Dina Paripalanam, those who are less fortunate than us, we have to help them. That is the duty. So I am going to drink that poison. Parvati ji said, what? You want me to be a widow? You want to drink that poison? Please don't drink it. Lord Shiva will drink or not? That we'll see tomorrow. I think you know this story already, you know. You have one hand up on me today. Means you know this story already. So that we will see tomorrow, and the rest of the churning on the ocean and the emergence of Amrita, nectar. All right.